young friends, all those within the dunya, from the humankind and jinn kind, if they were to get together just to pick up one of these hammers, never mind moving it an inch, they will not be able to move it a millimeter. Not even a millimeter. They will come to him in his grave. They will reproach him. فينطحران انتحارا يتقعقع منه عظامه وتظول أعظام مفاصله فيخر مخشين عليه. They will reproach him in such a manner, Allah protect, that every bone in his body will begin to crack. Every bone, they will reproach him. He will faint. When he comes round, they will ask the three questions: Man rabbuk? Ma dinuk? Man hadha rajul? Ya hadha, i'rif makanak. Recognize where you are. Look around you. The dunya has come to an end. You are now inside the grave. Tell us, Man rabbuk? Who is your Lord? You know, you and I were sitting here and we're thinking, yeah, yar, I read the kalima la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Who doesn't know the answer to these? Who doesn't know the answer to these? My Lord is Allah, my deen is Islam, and this man is Muhammad. Who doesn't? These are simple. My young friends, you know, in there, if you haven't lived a life according to the teachings of Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you know what? Just as those that wine and dine whilst they're alive are whining and dining on deathbed, and rather reading the kalima la ilaha illallah, they're uttering nonsense like give me intoxicants to drink. If you spent a life like this, when these angels ask you these simple questions, and indeed they are simple questions, my friends, you will not have the answer. Now this guy was whining and dining. You know, when the question is asked, Man rabbuk? Who is your Lord? What do you think he will say? Allah says in the Quran, أَرَأَيْتَ مَنِ اتَّخَذَ إِلَهُ هَوَىٰ. You know, he was one of those, his God, his Lord was his desire. He didn't listen to Allah, he didn't follow the teachings of Rasulullah, he was following his desires. His desire was saying, you know what, this girl's look absolutely, she's dynamite, she's beautiful, go for her. He was going for her. His nafs was saying, forget salah, yaar, let's go chill with the boys, hang out on the street corners. He was doing this. His nafs was saying, you know what, it's not too bad to have a tablet or two, enjoy yourself. You know, you've only got 10, 15 years, life's to enjoy. That's what he was doing. He was listening to every single thing that his nafs was saying. This was his God, so what is he going to say? La ha ha la adri, I don't know. We'll ask him. They're going to ask him, Ma deen, what's your deen? There was no deen in his life, yeah? You know, he believed that, you know, you turn to Allah when you're 70. You know, when you can't pull anymore, you've got nowhere to go. You know, bones are cracking, you've got arthritis, you know, you become weak, you know, wrinkles on your faces. This is what he believed, that you go for Hajj at that age. Till then, you know, you enjoy. So what's he going to say? What's your deen? There was no deen in his life. He was just a chiller. Man hadha rajul? Who was this man? He didn't know who Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was. He read the kalima la ilaha, but he didn't know who Muhammad was. He never followed Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He used to follow the likes of, you know, Ronaldos and the Messis, the Ronaldinhos. He used to follow people like, you know, the movie stars, these pop stars, you know, the way they were combing their hair, the walking the walk and talking the talk, and the clothes and the cars, you name it. For him, they were the role models. What's he going to turn around? What's he going to say? He's going to have an answer. Ha ha la adri. And at that time, my friends, فَيَضْرِبَانِهِ ضَرْبَةً يَتَتَايَرُ الشَّرَرُ فِي قَبْرِهِ. They will strike him with that mace with such force, my young friends, that the sparks will spread throughout the grave. Sparks will